Hello, everyone. This is Marva Riley, and I want to talk a little bit today about menopause, menopausal symptoms, and to tell you how I was able to rid myself of multitude of menopausal symptoms that tend to plague us women at different stages, actually, and ages of our lives. I went through menopause. I started going through menopause at the age of 38. At that time, it was about that time that I started having, the heart disease issues, cardiomyopathy, and I was also experiencing severe headaches every day and dryness of the eyes. I was having forgetfulness, yes. I couldn't sleep but 2 to 3 hours per day, anxiety and depression, severe food allergies. I was also started experiencing H. pylori and irritable bowel syndrome and gastric reflux, severe bloating and excess gas. I remember several times just walking down the aisle at the hospital, down the hallway, and I would just be passing gas uncontrollably. It was very embarrassing. And I would sip on a little water or eat something, and I would just see my tummy just like it was just expanding with the bloatedness, and the gas would get trapped in my tummy. I just couldn't get rid of it. I also experienced recurrent urinary tract infection and recurrent vaginosis and vaginal infections, always having to use like panty liners to help me with foul vaginal drainage. I'm being frank now. Okay, these are the things that was happening to me: joint pain, muscle pain, loss of libido, just so many symptoms I was experiencing. Hot flashes, how could I forget that? Oh my God. Just a lot going on. And I didn't really connect a lot of that with menopause, because what menopausal symptom do we often hear about? Hot flash. I also was losing my hair thinned out. In fact, I lost half of my hair. It has never really grown back fully. And my skin became dry and looked drab. I probably was experiencing every menopausal symptom known to women, and I didn't know it was menopause until I started doing a lot of research, and a lot of women were talking about experiencing things and these symptoms, and they were confused, didn't know what to do. But there were a few women that I listened to on YouTube or read books or read blogs, and they said when they changed their diet and changed their lifestyle, they were able to get rid of the multitudes of menopausal symptoms. So I decided to try. I remember a few ladies listening to their YouTube video, and they said they started embracing a raw food diet. I was confused. I didn't know what that was. And I realized that it meant, like eating real foods like apples and bananas and ginger and things like that. And getting rid of sugar. Sugar is actually poisonous to the body and makes every menopausal symptom worse. I learned that soda was not my soda was my enemy, and soda was my enemy, and water was my friend. So as I changed my lifestyle to eating primarily plant-based diet, eating healthy foods, drinking water or herbal teas instead of sodas, as I learned to... Hi, it's Marva Riley. Yesterday, I started doing a video about menopause. And, I noticed that even though you put your phone on Do Not Disturb, if someone calls, the call comes through. So I wasn't able to finish recording, and I wanted to finish, and it just occurred to me that I hadn't finished. So I'm going to record this section and patch it together and upload it, and hopefully you will learn something that will help you to deal with any menopausal symptoms that you might be having, because there are so many health issues, symptoms, discomfort related to menopause that a lot of people don't understand or don't know that it is related to menopause. So in the previous video, I mentioned several menopausal issues that I was experiencing. Not just hot flash, but depression and anxiety and severe insomnia, headaches, migraine headaches, sinus congestion, dry eye syndrome, trouble breathing, recurrent upper respiratory infection. I was plagued with H. pylori, irritable bowel syndrome, bloating, excessive gas, embarrassing gas, where I'd be walking and just passing gas in the hospital hallway that I worked. It was very embarrassing. I had no control. I'd be eating and my tummy would just be expanding. I had trapped gas in my intestinal tract. It was just trapped. I couldn't release it. And for the trapped gas, I tried the activated charcoal. It worked for a little bit. And then I found a video on YouTube where a lady talked about using caraway seeds and fennel seeds to help with the trapped gas. And I used that, boil the caraway seed with a fennel seed and a little ginger, and I would have a big cup of it. I would boil it overnight, let it sit, and then have a big cup of it the next day. My God, that was like a game changer. I would actually start passing the trapped gas. So, like I was saying in the video, I discovered that lifestyle changes is what I needed to do to get rid myself of all these symptoms, because some of them were serious. I mean, irregular heartbeat, palpitation, paralyzing arthritis was really bad. Because a lot of people only hear about the hot flashes, but it's so much more. Brain fog is real. And I want to let you know that once I changed my lifestyle, once I changed the way I eat, or I ate, I immediately started seeing results. And over time, most of the menopausal symptoms that I was experiencing just totally went away. Like I don't have hot flashes. I don't have brain fog. The one thing that does bother me sometimes, and it's not severe, is a little bit of joint pain and stiffness. And I'm constantly working at stretching, and moving my body so that's minimized. But lifestyle changes is what helped me with the many menopausal symptoms. It sounds simple, but it just is true. Once you rid yourself of sugar or minimize it, processed sugar, and dairy is a big one that just inflames the body and just makes menopause so much worse. And the highly processed foods, and start eating real foods, like lots and lots of plants, vegetables, green veggies, high fiber foods to help with the bowel issues that you have, because a lot of menopausal women have constipation problems. And drinking lots of water, cutting out the soda and the juices and excess coffee, for example. You find that changing to a healthier way of eating gets rid of all or most menopause symptoms. And of course, you've got to incorporate exercise. They just go hand in hand. You prioritize sleep. I have a set bedtime every night. I go to bed by 10 o'clock the latest, usually between 9:15, 9:30 to 10, the latest. I go to bed and I get a good 8 to 9 hours of sleep. If I get less than 8 hours of sleep, I really don't feel my best. So I aim for 8 hours, and if I'm out and I get less, and I tend to get back on track right after that. Sunlight is very important. That vitamin D will help you with your sleep, help to improve the mood, help to balance the body. And the fresh air is really good, and making time for fun. And of course, you've got to spend time by yourself, with yourself, get to know yourself, get to understand yourself. Okay, because as you spend time with yourself, a lot of things are revealed. A lot of you get to understand your body and your mind. So health is body, mind, spirit, is holistic. So you got to address that. And drugs are not the answer, because they had put me on depression drugs, which helped with the sleep a little bit for a couple months, but I realized that's not the answer, and I got myself off it, because those drugs have a lot of negative side effects. So lifestyle change. Whatever your menopausal symptom, I would say start changing the way you eat. Number one, incorporating some exercise, get some sunlight and fresh air, learn to decrease the stress level through prayer and journaling, meditation, spend time outdoors with nature, and take care of yourself. And you will find that a lot of your menopausal symptoms will go away or significantly decrease. How I bumped into that is that I watched quite a few YouTube videos and read books and stuff. Many women talked about how they reversed menopausal symptoms eating a raw food diet, lots of smoothies and juicing and eating salads and fruits and things like that. And that's how I eat now, because if you eat like that, your body will be in a state of more alkaline than acidic, because I also learned that when your body is very acidic, that's when you have those symptoms worst. So if you eat a alkaline kind of diet, which is plants, because meats and dairy and sugar and processed foods are acidic to the body. You eat real foods like lots of fruits and vegetables and nuts and grains and roots. So if you eat a lot of plant-based foods, then you'll find that your body will be a little bit more alkaline, and that will help you to rid yourself of menopausal symptoms and a lot of things too. You might be having some blood pressure problems, some arthritis problems, some breathing problems, some immune issues. A lot of that will be resolved if you change your diet, start exercising, make sleep a priority, get sunlight, lots of fresh air, and learn to enjoy life. That has worked for me, and I am quite sure that if you give it a try, you will find that it's a very effective way to rid yourself of diseases and to live your best life, even during menopause. All right, this is Marva Riley. Let me know if you like this, and I invite you to like, subscribe, and share, and leave your comments. I love to hear from you. All right, take care, and visit my website, rnmarvariley.com. I have a lot of tips, and I have also written 3 books. My first book, I discuss how I was able to rid myself of menopausal symptoms among other illnesses that plagued me for years. And my books are available on Amazon. Just look up Marva Riley, and you'll see all 3 of my books are about health, wellness, and weight loss. Pick up your copy today. Only $4.99 for the ebook and $9.99 for the paperback. Well worth your purchase. All right, take care. Have an amazing day.